Hello, Math 141. There was a request for me to do a problem like, let me share screen. Hope you can see it. This problem right here that we have 150 square feet of material to build a rectangular box. The length is twice the width. There's no top. So for what values of width, length, and height, uh, we can create a box of the maximum values. So let me stop sharing that particular screen. And now I'm going to get my iPad involved. Okay, so we have an open box that looks like this. This width is right here. The length is twice as much. So I'm going to say 2 width. And these are the height of this box with no top. So here's the front of the box. Here the green is the sides of the box. And let's do the bottom of the box with yellow. What is it that we know? We know that we have 150 square feet of material. And out of that, I have to make all the sides and the bottom. What does that tell me? That tells me that 2 of width times the height. First of all, let me say that since this problem is about the volume, what is it that we know? We know that volume equals the area of the base, which is width times 2 width, okay, times the height. So that would be for volume. So I want to work with this. Now, I do have 2 variables, and I need to somehow turn this h, this height, to something in terms of width. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use the information given to me that 150 square feet was given to me. Out of that, I have to have the area of the base, which is width times 2 width, plus 2 fronts, which is going to be 2 width times height, plus 2 of the sides, 2 of the side, and area of each side is 2 width times height. Simplifying this will give me 150 equals 2w squared plus 2 and 2 is just 4, 6 width times height. Okay. Now I'm going to solve for h in here. So I'm going to say 6w h equals 150 minus 2w to the second power. And I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 6w. So I'm going to have height equals 150 minus 2w squared divided by 6 times w. Can I simplify that a little bit? Sure, I can. So, because this is the same as saying 150 over 6 width minus 2 width squared over 6 width. And notice that now I can do some cancellation. And one more step, simplifying that gives me, well, 150 divided by 6 is 25. I have a width in the denominator. And then I have minus 2 and a 6 simplify. I have a 3 in the denominator. This width cancels this one, so I have a w on the numerator. So I'm going to replace all this into this h right here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the next page. So now I have volume equals width times 2 width times 25 divided by width minus width over 3. Okay. And so this is one baby step. I can rewrite this as V equals, or volume equals 2 width squared times 25 over width minus width over 3. And so if I multiply this, I get something cubic. Since I'm going to be looking at the graph, then I really don't have to simplify this more than that. I'm going to go ahead and go to VAMAP and just graph this. So let me go share screen again. And let me, I have to disengage my my iPad. So let me go to here in VAMAP, and I'm going to be plugging here. Instead of, in VAMAP, it's easier for me to use X instead of W. So I'm going to put what I had was 2x squared. Remember, I'm using X instead of W, but it doesn't matter since I'm in VAMAP. Parenthesis 25 over X, 25 over X, and then minus. Then I have X over 3. Okay. Okay, and so, goodness, I wish I knew how to make this a little bit, this graphing better. So notice that when we were talking about the volume, the volume was the area of the bottom of the box times the height, and they're both positive. So I'm looking for my local max in here, okay? In local max, that is giving me the numbers, the local max, which is 5,166.667. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my iPad. So let me stop sharing here and go back to my iPad. Okay, so now that I found my width on my local max to be width equals to 5. Remember when I put this in decimals, I used X instead of W, but it's just change of variables. So I know that width equals to 5. The problem is telling me that length is twice as much as the width. So I know L equals to 2 times 5, that's equals to 10. So my box now has, so this is 5, this is 10. What is the h? For the h, for the height of this box, I don't have to work too hard. What did I have in the previous page? The fact that h equals 150 minus 2. Let me actually write down the simplified version of that. I had h equals 25 divided by width minus width over 3. So h equals 25 divided by 5 minus 5 there. So h equals 5 minus 5 third, okay, which is the same as saying h equals 15 over 3 minus 5 over 3, that's 10 over 3. And if I break that to decimal, I get 3.3333 going forward. Okay, so I know that my height to 2 decimals is 3.33. This problem would make a really good and easy, simple problem for Math 151 calculus. But I hope you enjoyed this, just knowing that you can actually figure out these problems using algebra. Thank you.